Good morning. Today I'm going to make my favorite go-to keto breakfast. To me, you can't beat this. So I'm going to go downstairs, go ahead and start cooking. There you go. That's it. We got some beef bacon here. Got some pasture-raised eggs. I love these eggs, and this is why. It comes with one of these right here, and it shows you right there that these chickens are running around on pastures. They're eating, what they're supposed to be eating, like bugs and worms and things like that. It's really good for the chicken, and again, they're running around on a pasture, so I think these are a lot healthier chickens, so that's the reason why I eat these. Kerrygold butter, you can't beat this. I showed this in quite a few of my videos already. Ingredients: pasteurized cream and salt. That is it. Mineral salt, I'm going to have this link down below. This right here is good for sodium. So this is all natural. It's not adulterated in any way. The way that it gets mined off the wall is the way that it comes inside of your bag. Now look at all those different colors in there. Very, very good for you. I love avocados. Some people don't like them, but these are a go-to healthy fat for me. Very good. So what I like to do is I just like to start out and scramble them inside of a bowl. And I want you to look at the color on these eggs. Very, very bright yellow. So eggs are going to be a staple in this type of diet. It's going to be a whole lot of eggs. Honestly, probably about 50 to 60% is going to be nothing but eggs. If I'm doing something like a breakfast steak, then I'll cook these over medium. I like having the yolk runny. That way it's kind of like a sauce, because you don't want to do anything like sauces for the most part whenever you're doing keto. If you go over 20 grams of carbs a day, you are out of ketosis. So you want to monitor that. So that's why I always just try to keep the yolk runny. That way I can still pretend like I have a sauce. You don't want to do ketchup. Almost half of the bottle of ketchup is complete sugar. So you definitely want to be careful with that. Next, I'm going to get some beef bacon ready to go. And it is a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. I'm going to have some links under the description and in the first pinned comment for health and wellness. Now, most bacon is cured with sugar. That is what sucks about it. But we're just now starting keto, so we're going to start with this. We're eventually going to go into just ground beef and eggs for the most part for breakfast. But even though that's cured with brown sugar and some other things, guess what? It's still better than Doritos. Now here's some things that you could be experiencing if you go into keto, or if you've tried it before and you just didn't like the way you felt and you gave up. Now there is something called the keto flu, and that is just, I mean, it literally feels like you have the flu. Your body's so used to carbohydrates and processed food that it's now telling you, hey, I don't like what you're doing to me. And it takes a little bit of time to get over that. You can experience headaches. You can experience like you're about to faint. But if you stay the course, I'm telling you, you are going to feel better after that phase passes. So that is why we're going keto. Because when I did this last time, I lost a lot of weight starting with keto. Like, I was doing pretty good, as you've seen in the videos so far, that I did really well on the whole food diet. Lost a lot of weight. But usually when I go keto, it intensifies a lot. That right there is another reason why I love beef bacon. Very fatty. See, that's the whole point of it. You're trying to use ketones to burn for fuel instead of sugar, glucose, and things like that. So you got to have the fat with your protein. If I'm not mistaken, I think even on keto you got to cut out a lot of the dairy, but I'm not 100% sure on that. If you know that, please let me know in the comments, but good to go. Now since we got that going, we'll just add the eggs to it. Just a little bit of mineral salt. It's not as salty as pork bacon. My grandfather used to eat like this all the time, and I hated it as a kid staying at his house because he just had milk and eggs in his refrigerator. But The guy lived until he's like 80 something. I think he was 83 or 84. And his mom ate the same way, and she lived all the way to in her mid 90s, I think. So now I get it for sure. I think fat has been demonized for too long, and I'm glad that RFK is doing what he's doing now. If you don't like him, you don't like his politics, it is what it is. But what he's doing has nothing to do with politics or anything like that. It's literally changing the diet for the better, in my opinion. Look at the man, he's in his 70s, I think, and he's absolutely shredded. If people start eating like this again, I think the lifespan will increase in America. Now you just take an avocado. Me and my wife is going to split this one. And that right there is it. It's nothing new, it's just bringing back the old. That right there is a health food. This one here is actually not mine, this one's my wife's. I'm going to be adding a piece of fish to mine. I'm going to try to do 1 meal a day and leave it at that, because I think fasting has a lot to play with these things as well. If you don't know my story before, I had fatty liver disease, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, gastritis, had a cyst on my brain my entire life, a cyst on my liver, hypertension, pre-diabetes, and candida. And all those things started to go away 2 years ago once I started changing my diet and lifestyle. I have all kinds of videos on here, and you know, they'll help you out. I truly do believe that. I believe in this stuff. But yeah, if you've never tried keto before, give it a shot. Once you cut out all those starches and you cut out all of the, you know, just the carbohydrates and stuff like that, then you'll notice a big difference. But if you start getting things like the keto flu, just stay the course, go through the phase, and it does get better. So if you stayed this far in the video, please comment I stayed to the end, and that's going to let me know that these videos are actually interesting to you. And I noticed on my analytics that a lot of you that are watching the videos are not subscribed. So please consider subscribing. It's going to help push me out there, and I would greatly appreciate it. So I will see you in the next video.